What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Kate Bush. And we're going back to the 1982 album The Dreaming, and we're up to the tune Pull Out the Pin. Obviously, it makes me think of a grenade. Maybe not a literal grenade, maybe this is more like used as a metaphor or a simile for an action or behavior which, once done, will set into motion a series of events or actions which will be ultimately unreversible, irreversible. So like once you pull out the pin, even if that's only conceptually, it is a matter of time until some sort of explosion goes off, and what that might mean in terms of how significant the blast is and how much damage is done to living creatures, which again could be literal, could be metaphorical. I'm inclined to think on some level it will be metaphorical, though who knows. Obviously also a pin can be like something that holds something into place, so if you pull out the pin, the sort of artifact or the object will lose its place or fall away or cease to have integrity. If you pull out the linchpin, everything will come apart. So pull out the pin, I suppose, might not be a sort of metaphorical or literal reference to a grenade. There are other types of pins. But in general, when I think of that phrase, I think of the concept of pulling out a pin, which, again, you could hold down the hammer, I forget what the name of the item is, and obviously you could hold it indefinitely in that regard, but once you pull out the pin, there's ultimately a time span past which one can expect an explosion. I suppose one could hold it and then put back in the pin. I think that is technically possible. So all sorts of physical possibilities with a grenade could then sort of take place metaphorically. But yeah, that's what it makes me think of, an impending explosion that is now unavoidable, even if one can maybe delay it directly. But at some point we now know, because of what has been done, there will be a consequence and an explosion. So we'll see if it has anything to do with any of those or either of those possibilities. Let's find out. This is Kate Bush. The tune is Pull Out the Pin, and it's from the 1982 album The Dreaming. Talking like war or something. You learn to ride the earth when you're living on your belly and the enemy is sitting by. Who need rage? Are we sent? They strip off the worst, strip off sweat, strip off the Lord, and then you open the Yankee hash. With myself a bullet, and myself a bullet. Silver bullet. Just one thing, be all here. Just one thing, be all here. And alive. Just one thing, be all here. That cat's dreaming over there. I've seen them come to me. I'll jerk your dirty drops, then I'll pop it what he won't see. He's big and pink and not like me. He sees no light. He sees no reason for the fight. With my silver bullet and my silver bullet, I have not seen his face till I'm only feet away. Unbeknown to my parade, I look in American eyes. I see little life, I see little wife. You struck a wild someone in me with my silver bullet and my silver bullet. Pulling on the pin, pull on the pin, just one thing. felt a little tribal. It feels a little like, you know, in the jungle, or at least like in a sort of wilderness area. I don't know. It felt like that was about war, or at least about like violence, and like I couldn't tell if it was like a larger thing or if it was like a personal like a silver bullet, and it was like him or me, and so it felt like there was a more like personal, visceral level to it. But that could be part of obviously some larger conflict or larger story. So yeah, lyrically, still a lot of work to do, but like sonically, just incredible. Like those backing vocals were the "I am alive," just the force and the sort of like intensity of that delivery, especially in the long one where she would hold it, just unreal. So yeah, really cool tune, and one that felt like there's some gravity to it, even if I couldn't quite pick up on exactly why. So yeah, big shout out to all the Kate Bush fans. Like, you know, I was already enjoying this deep dive a great deal going into this album, but as I get to these albums in the 80s and, you know, just remembering what some people have said, it feels like we are entering like a really new phase, and just, you know, my amazement level is going to continue to sort of ratchet up. So in any case, let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.